Good evening. We're back again at the Centennial House, 111 Ontario Street in Lockport, New York. And obviously we're beyond the first of the year. I want to wish all of you a happy new year, albeit a bit belated, and talk to you a little bit about some precautions that you should employ if you find yourself in the unfortunate situation of being involved in an automobile collision. In New York, being one of the more populous states, and particularly being plagued by winter weather, in this past winter in western New York, at least so far, has been a very hard one. Driving conditions are extremely challenging. Even the best of drivers will sometimes find themselves involved in a collision. Hopefully it's nothing more than a property damage only accident, but there are times when serious injuries can also occur. First and foremost, seek medical attention immediately, either by calling 911 or asking a passerby to do that for you. If you have a vehicle that's equipped with an automatic emergency notification system such as OnStar, that will probably be done for you. Once medical aid is on the way, then your next obligation is to report it to law enforcement. If you fail to do so and property damage exceeds a relatively modest amount, you can be cited with leaving the scene of an accident, even though your intentions were good, that you were going to call when you reached home or call the next day. The mere fact that you'd left the scene of the collision is enough to have charges placed against you. Once that is done, then you have an obligation to exchange information with the other driver or drivers involved, and make certain that you get detailed information. You should see each of the other drivers' insurance cards and copy down the insurance code, copy down the insurance policy number. Make certain that you get this information. Look at the registration or driver's license for each of the other drivers and copy down that information, not only the name but the address. And then in addition to that, ask them for telephone numbers, both home numbers as well as cell phone numbers. All of this is critical. If the police have been summoned, wait for them to arrive. Make certain that your version of the facts is communicated to the police. So often what happens is a driver will assume that it's obvious how the collision occurred. It's also obvious that I'm not at fault, so I don't need to concern myself about telling the police officer my version of the facts. The other driver may in fact put a different spin on what happened, and you may end up being to blame when the police accident report is completed. Get a copy of that police accident report. Generally, it's not going to be available until the next day. This is called the MV-104A, and it's essential, if you're going to take the matter up with an attorney, that you be able to give that document to him. Once that is done, again, see to any medical treatment that's needed. If there's even the slightest doubt about the seriousness of your injury, accept, don't decline, accept medical aid at the scene. Generally, paramedics or ambulance attendants will be summoned by law enforcement. And if they recommend transporting you because they're concerned about their evaluation, accept that and go to the hospital. See that you get the medical attention that you need. It's critical. The statistics are fairly impressive with how important it is to get treatment in a timely fashion. So see that that's done. And then following that, if you feel that you've been wronged, that clearly the collision was not your fault, then the next step is obviously to contact an attorney. We'll have more on your rights and obligations in connection with motor vehicle litigation. But my intention this evening was just to acquaint you with the general responsibilities that you have following the collision, immediately following that collision. Thank you all. I hope that if we can be of any assistance, you won't hesitate to contact us, or on the web, as you know, at johnwilsonlaw.com, and we can be reached by phone at 716-434-2010. Thank you and good evening.